pistol now. So things are going to get going here. We've got GPlay, they won the knife, they're starting on CT, HellRaisers going to be kicking things off on the T side. They've got 3 Kevlars and a bunch of nades on the Dren and Flamey, so how are they going to use these? Already we're going to see that we have only 1 player on Banana here for GPlay.
Yeah, so often you see 3 people over to B at the start of a round. Sometimes with the pistols as well, opposed to the full buy, but only Spy Leader. So they've gone for the gamble with 4 on A, and Spy Leader has fallen. Although the apprehension from HellRaisers will allow Dreamer to rotate to the site, but he's going to be playing from CT. Again, look at that, very tentative by HellRaisers. Not going to want to seize anything, go a bit crazy. But look at the CT team. We've got 2 rotating towards B, and now we've got 2 flanking from the apps area, but it's going to be Dozier to be the information player. Going to get the frag onto NKL as well. Bubble coming in for the trade.
So in comes the push now, and as I said, I do love watching Angel on these entries, especially on these pistol rounds. Already picked off 1 player. Can they get these other players easily? Dreamer at the back of the site. Let's get only 1 kill. So 3 on 2 now with the bomb getting planted, and a good cover of smoke here for the HellRaisers players. Nice bit of spam from Victor, but it's not really going to do that much just yet. And it's going to be hard to break into this. Flamey goes with the peek. Will spot Dreamer. We have Bubble on the pull side as well, but there it is, Flamey with the first frag. Bubble going to be running out of bullets soon. 9 shots left in this CZ, and he is really in trouble here. 3 players surrounding him, and he's going to go down. Sat against the plank there. And we have to release the screenshot pack one day.
That's the best. I've never seen one of the players fall like that before. That was an interesting one. Those were like, they turned out to be, the CZ there turned out to be a bit of a handicap for the players because they had to be very, very conservative indeed. If they were on the site, I think it would have been better for them to try and hold with the CZ rather than trying to retake with 2 CZs there. You've got to try and close the distance. And when the Ts are going to be ducking and diving as well, things are not going to be easy. So Dozier again is the man. He's going to be around the A site trying to get that info, running around with a MAC-10. And a Dren with only a pistol, in fact. Angel with the UMP, so definitely got the anti-eco buy here. The just-in-case buy. If anybody falls, it won't be a humongous outlay of cash lost.
Yeah, so just making sure that they can get rid of these smokes and maybe get some free peeks, but it's not happening just yet. GPlay killing all the time, but they've used the smokes fairly early, so HellRaisers are going to have a good 30-40 seconds left on the round to make their push eventually, and it's going to be Dozier who gets taken down by NKL. So there goes the rotation on Bubble, and Bubble does actually have a smoke. He can re-smoke this. Now actually, if he does go for the re-smoke, which I think he just did, now it's going to get a little bit awkward, but Adren's going to get flashed through. He's going to go for it. Can he get the quick frags? He will take down Spy Leader. Looking for more though, but the crossfire is too much from Victor as HellRaisers now push their way up onto the A site. Up arch side now, Angel first man with that Gilil as the rotation is coming in from Banana. But will he get here quickly enough? There's Angel with the UMP trying to spray him down, but it's not happening so far. Has to pull out the pistol, but he's going to get taken out. So far a good defense from GPlay. 9 seconds left on the clock, but the bomb will go down. But these positions from the CTs are certainly pretty decent here. Victor now going in. Last man does get eliminated by the remainder of HellRaisers as they have 2 players left. But that was a good round from GPlay. 3 men downed for them, so a bit of economic damage, but full save now for them.
Yeah, nice round indeed, and shows the value of the HellRaisers buy. They're not going straight for Gilil's AKs, having a MAC-10, having a Dren running around with a Tech-9 as well. Conservative buy indeed. So could have been a lot worse for them, but they were prepared for a costly round. Look at the position. We've got triple CTs looking to pop out here. The pop flash comes in from the teammate Spy Leader, and HellRaisers is going to be a bit further away than they would have liked towards the bottom of Banana. Nice nade there. Going to do huge damage on Bubble and Victor.
Look at that damage. That is disgusting. I doubt they know quite how strong that was, but Angel's going to try to peek in and see what he can find. And he's just got the MAC-10 here, so he absolutely wants to try to get some easy cash with it.
He wants
and
to
risk
harass
his life. And Angel is amazing at this. To me, he's one of the most enjoyable players to watch on HellRaisers. And here he goes. You see Dreamer playing around with him in the back of the site. But HellRaisers so far, there we go. Okay, finally getting a kill. Spy Leader does go down. Just 1 guy on A here for GPlay. So in theory, HellRaisers shouldn't really lose more than one man here. They're looking pretty good, and those players are quite weak, and they're without armor. So in they go now, shuffling into the B-bomb site, just dealing with the remainder of these players. Just NKL now on the A-bomb site, and he might as well go and do some damage here. He's going to be buying with this team on the next round, so let's see what he can get done.
You can see Dozier this entire time has just been holding the flank here towards A, so his teammates can concentrate on the other angles. NKL has made a noise. Well, he checked the blind spot there, but just sees him in, well, not in time because he lost the duel there. But it's interesting, one of the CTs at the end behind New Box on B was, you could see him crouching on the radar, because this is something you can do on cache as well. There was a CT just crouching behind these boxes. I think he wanted his teammates to jump on top of him, so he could try and peek over here and try and get a sneaky frag from here instead. And again, when you plant on A in the back quad boxes corner on cache, you can do the same thing as well.
Yeah, so far, I mean, a pretty normal game. We haven't seen yet GPlay's buys, and this would be the first round of that, so this is where things get interesting. But one thing to note, and this is what I was talking about before, about the really top-level teams who always can inflict damage on the T side, GPlay are without any smokes. There's 2 smokes. That's really, really bad. That means that they really need to try to either be hyper-defensive or try to get some aggression going. They need to try to put some risks in here, because they're already behind. They can't delay HellRaisers, as normally you can as the CTs, continually forcing rotations, allowing your team to have time to rotate between sites. So HellRaisers with an advantage, and there we will have the aggression on Banana. Victor picks up the kill onto Adren, and now they fall back after that. So that's great. Now they've got kind of an advantage, although they're still without the smokes, but that's going to increase the odds for them to win this round.
Yeah, NKL had 1 smoke, which he has now thrown. Not sure exactly where it went. I can see it's actually in mid at the moment, so now they are without, as Dan pointed out. So we're going to have some harassment here from HellRaisers, trying to bait out the nades, but there will be no nades. This is a bit of a weird situation. See how far this push goes. They open up the site here. The bomb is in a position to rotate. Angel checking the fountain position. Got to find Bubble. Gets a second frag onto Victor as well. Down to 9 HP, but he's done the damage there. Dozier looking for the rotation there from Dreamer. But Dreamer will be expecting the same. Now the bomb is starting to rotate over towards the B-bomb site. There are 2 CTs though in position already. Dozier gets the frag on the rotating Dreamer. Great patience there by Dozier. Loitering like get right. Oh, that smoke has not gone on in the right place for Flamey. But all the heads being found here by the T side. Only NKL remains.
Maybe that's enough though. The bomb is now down thanks to NKL, and Dozier's got to save the day. And indeed, he will run out of time. So what a save there from NKL. That's amazing timing to come in there and actually take those 2 fast frags. And I can't believe it. HellRaisers had the bomb site. The bomb was just too far away. What a disaster for them. But one thing I want to add is that I love the presence of mind or awareness from GPlay in the previous round to go for the early aggression. They kind of realized that the dilemma for them was that they were low on nades basically, and they tried to even up the odds by getting that early aggressive kill, and that's exactly what they got. It was only the HellRaisers' individual prowess of Angel to actually give them an opportunity back into the match. So, or round, sorry.
Yeah, what an astonishing loss there. NKL really pulling that one out from the clutches of the scepter of death.
all right. I was like, where is he going to take this? He's put himself into a corner here.
My brain wasn't working properly.
But we do have another kind of low grenade round from GPlay here. They are struggling on the buy, but they could break HellRaisers if they win this round. And they are holding these grenades until as basically as late as they possibly can to throw them. So that's nice, but they've run out of smokes now. And HellRaisers are ready to make the play happen on B.
Angel's jumping on the logs because he's looking at this back position here. You can boost on those logs and get a sneaky frag onto a player there.
Here we go now. The push will come in onto B. And HellRaisers, they're going to make this quick, they're going to make this clean before that rotation comes in. Already the 3rd player rotating around. That's a quick entry there, but they haven't spotted the player close. Oh, there it is, Angel. The 3rd man in will actually catch him in that little corner after 2 teammates ran past. And now they're just going to go for the save, which is a smart option, definitely, because their money is definitely horrible, as indicated by the fact that they couldn't even afford, I think, even half of the grenades that they wanted. So really important round won by HellRaisers here. I mean, GPlay, they're not going to be able to... I mean, what will they have on the next round? They'll have enough for some nades on these 3 players, but Victor and StarLadder, they won't really have enough to field any rifles, so...
Yeah, because they won that round that they shouldn't have won, their money, their loss bonus is reset.
So back to $1,400, and there it is, awarded to them. And yeah, so we're going to have to see what, so Kevlar, well, StarLadder, I guess what StarLadder could go for. I guess
if he goes helmetless, then he could either go 5-7 nades or go for a deagle.
I think like he needs to get fit as smoke in there.
Instead. I think someone threw him a CZ actually.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
I think NKL did.
Yeah. I think he needs to fit. They need to fit smokes in there. I think like just that's the must buy the smoke and then buy around that what you can like you say Kevlar and some form of pistol.
Victor's gone for the helmet. So he's got a diffuse kit, a smoke, and a nade, and got the helmet buy-in.
It's a shame about the helmet because as we know and as they should know as well, they don't need a helmet. Helmet's essentially completely useless because HellRaisers is very unlikely in this spot, especially with all having AKs that
they all survived the previous round.
They were going to pull out a Glock or something.
Yeah,
and that's like the only vulnerability you have right now is getting a Glock hit to the head, but that's not going to happen here. So then that could have been an extra nade there. So that would have been helpful, but never mind. StarLadder also went for the helmet, also.
Yeah, so he has 500 left in the bank, going to get a HE.
In spots like this, you need to try to cut every corner you can. I mean, there's no way around that.
Yeah, that could have been another smoke in the bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
But we are going to see what they can do with this. Again, they're very low on smokes, only 3 smokes, unfortunately, but... quick pre-nade there from StarLadder, down middle. It's not going to find anything. So GPlay with a 3-man hold on B and 2 men on Arch, just leaving quad completely open and apartments completely empty. So this is going to be quite an interesting play from them. Usually teams do it kind of the other way around, but that aggressive push from NKL. Oh, we had the player to go for the trade, but it's Adren who walks up and takes down 2 players. That is enormous there for HellRaisers. As now there's 2 CZs and a FAMAS left. That is devastating.
Yeah, that is horrible. You can see he had the angle there, but his gun wasn't ready. Had to look away, go back, but the AK was just ready and waiting there. Took him out. 2 players down in quick succession here for HellRaisers. They will continue slowly though. Lots of time on the clock here. 1 minute. No need for them to charge into the site. They do not know what awaits them. For all they know, it could be some kind of a stack, although they can see there was a buy from GPlay, so that's going to be unlikely. But is there 1 more there? Is there 2 more there? Have they rotated all the players over there now? They are waiting to find out very patiently. Dozier's not moving at the moment. They're just starting now. And I think there's a bait going on towards the B bomb site because we have a full rotation from the CTs.
Adren goes in. Adren goes down. And that's going to be an AK, and then I imagine they'll just save this. The setup that they had is interesting. Or are they going to go for this? Looks like they might be going for this, so I have to hold that. Okay, now they're going back. So the setup they had was quite interesting because they had 2 players on our side and 3 on B. Usually you see it the other way around where you have the 2 on the quad side because then you can kind of get dug in on the pit area and you commit your defense to that pit area. And if they're going to attack into A, usually the most default standard way is like smoke off arch side and try to like get your way into quad side first of all. Obviously the weakness there is that if they try to do that, the site is completely open and they will get a plant guaranteed. Whereas if B is actually hit, they get a fast rotation. But they already have 3 players on B, and they weren't really pushing it as well. So it felt like I don't know about that setup. I'm not sure if I'm a fan, but you can see the elements at play with that, the weaknesses and strengths to it. Unfortunately for them, Adren basically just blew up the rounds by I think it was someone had their nade out in their hand or something at the wrong timing, and Adren basically killed them both. Yeah.
He was facing with his teammate not having an angle. It's unfortunate. Adren and Angel actually have been doing very good individual play indeed. Oh, look at the charge down mid here from the CTs. I was wondering about this in the previous round actually. They're not even going to use any smokes, just HE nades. And that's 2 frags already. Oh, he spotted the 3rd one, and he could retreat now with that information. Bomb is down at bottom mid. Still in control of HellRaisers at the moment, but we're looking at 2 versus 5. Shock and awe here from GPlay. Bubble with 6 HP, Victor with 20, but they are all still alive here.
Ooh, Angel coming in with 2 quick frags though. Up slope, needed to re-control that territory as he reclaims the bomb. And Dream in good position, takes the duel, 1 HP on him. Now it's on Angel in a 1-on-3, and he's going to have to ace this if he wants to make a go of it. And in fact, he might as well. He might as well try to go for this here. If he can even get a couple weapons off of GPlay, that's going to be a big result in of itself. So
this is entirely doable for Angel. If he can get the first bullets off, then he can entirely do this. Dreamer 1 HP, NKL 31 HP. StarLadder is the only one with fully fledged health, and he only has a CZ. So if they have a battle at range, then StarLadder may find himself at a distinct disadvantage. That said, there are 4 guns at least lying around on the map. Ooh, misses that one, and he's going to try and put himself in a crossfire position. NKL is in the pit. So, can Angel do this? 15 seconds remaining.
Ooh, got a nice tag then. Dreamer's going to go down. 9 seconds. He's got to play on close proximity. Can they get to him in time? He doesn't have the time, but they might both just peek him. 3 seconds left. Okay, NKL's going to get out of there. That could have been very close had he not realized the time there, but yeah.
Yeah, that could have been horrible. So, it looks like HellRaisers have some recurring issues with their communications.
Spots like that where you have Angel left in that 1-on-3 there, that's always really exciting for me because Angel is their dedicated entry fragger. He's the man that does make all these kinds of shots, like the guy that should best be equipped and most comfortable with these like really fast angles and peaks and just taking the first frag really easily. So 5-2 is a score. If we look at the landscape there, GPlay's quick move to actually go down middle aggressively actually paid off for them. They managed to win the round out of it. But once again, they keep having this issue where they just don't have any money at all. And instead of actually cutting corners and sacrificing so they can have maximum nades, which most of the top level teams would actually do on Inferno, they actually tend to put their money elsewhere, and they have to play more riskily. As we saw, last round was a pretty, I mean, rushing down middle, pretty big risk, but it worked out quite well for them.
Yeah, they had a hell of a lot of nades down mid as well. Sometimes some people, you can actually throw smokes from CT spawn into this area, so it lands roughly here, but also into this area right here, and then just kind of close off mid straight away. You can put a player in this corner here, which is a blind spot for mid, and just try and keep hold of the second mid area. So in the same way that the CTs can throw lots of nades down banana and close this off and have smokes here, you can do a similar thing here. It's a bit more high risk, but again, there's a distinct lack of information for HellRaisers, and with a smoke right in front of you here, like if you're not going to get any warning for nades coming through that smoke as well, so it makes them have to hold very passive angles indeed down towards this area.
And I don't know if it's just the fact that because they are playing low economy that it's forcing them to do weird stuff, or if they just generally prefer to play a little bit kind of more weird. But so far I'm seeing kind of weird play, or on play that I would say it's non-standard for Inferno from out of G-play. And I would like to see them win some more rounds to get an economy going so they can have full grenades and maybe even throw an AWP in. And I want to see how they play then. How does their setup look then? Is it much more conventional? How do they play within the conventional setup? I've got some questions there with GPlay, because as you said, we still need to accumulate some data there. I know that HellRaisers, when they're on the CT side, they actually play a very conventional style. Kucha's a really solid and very safe AWPer who does go aggressive, but only in the right spots. So I really like Kucha as an AWPer on this map defensively on CT side. So I feel like if HellRaisers get to that 7-8 round mark, I really feel like they've got a really strong chance to win here.
Okay, while we have this delay, just a quick pointer, guys. When we hit 450,000 followers, we will be giving away an AWP Asimov to one of our viewers, and on top of that, a Huntsman knife for one of our subscribers. So make sure you hit the follow channel. This delay might take a few minutes, so possibly go for a break unless you want to have a chat about anything.
At the moment, I don't think there's too much to chat about that we haven't already kind of touched upon. Is there anything that you think that there is?
Just like generally speaking.
Generally speaking?
I don't know, because breaks are not that much fun, but...
No. I'm trying to think, because...
We've been talking a lot recently.
Because we talked about some of the strategies that they've employed. They've always been low on grenades, GPlay, that is. And they just look uncomfortable. The one setup I'm still kind of scratching my head about is when they made the decision, when they had 2 guys with the CZs, and they were spread between B and also the A setup. They had 2 on Arch side and 3 on B. And I'm not sure why they would do that unless you would try to actually aggressively take Banana straight away.
On B?
Yeah, unless you want to aggressively take Banana, which they kind of did but didn't. So they got to car, then kind of held there. Then they had with a trade situation where there was a frag and then Adren killed them both because one guy had a nade in his hand.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, if the trade does come in, they have the 1 man on Banana and they have one of the 2 smokes they had in that round, plant it at the bottom of Banana and take it aggressively. Then they can rotate the rest of the defense back to Arch side. And but then still I don't know.
Why do you think they went 1B on the pistol round?
1B on the pistol round. I don't know.
Because I think for me that's quite risky.
It is risky. And the other risky thing about it as well is because if you want to put one guy on Banana, you want to put him in a spot where he can get some information so that if he sees you want him to be able to see 1 or 2 players so they can quickly go, oh crap, let's yeah, exactly. There's enough time. And if you don't have, if he had nades, then it makes sense. Because then you can spot someone, then throw down a smoke and delay for a teammate to rotate to be safe. But that said, most teams will send 1 or 2 guys up Banana just to clear it out at the start of the round anyway. So, and on a pistol round, just 1 shot to the head and you're screwed. That's exactly what happened actually.
Yep.
By the way, Angel just found the guy and just shot him straight in the face and just well, okay, B is open now.
Yeah. Because he had an aggressive position.
Yeah.
But had no backup, no one to flash him in to have a peek or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
It's possible, I guess. It's always possible that they've watched quite some HellRaisers demos. They're preparing for this match because it is a really important one. If GPlay were able to make it to basically to win this match and then the next couple and qualify for Star Series, obviously that would be huge for them. So maybe they've been studying HellRaisers a bit. It's hard to say.
Might have been a hard counter.
So here we go. We're into the next round now. 5-2 the current score, and GPlay after some very tumultuous rounds have got themselves a decent buy, but still lacking on smoke grenades. Got 2 remaining now. A minute and a quarter left in the round. We have actually a player from HellRaisers pushed up really far by the wagon on B now. It's Angel. And he's going to get flashed into a peak. So really looking to see if he can find a quick entry or just gain some information here. Oh, look at this actually. Looks like they just want to go and try to push here. And indeed, Kuch is going to get the entry shot onto Spy Leader. Trade coming into play, but Adren is there to trade back onto Victor as we have a 4-on-3 situation. This is the bomb now being picked up, so interesting stuff here from HellRaisers. Looks like a grenade's going to land straight in the face of Adren, but that smoke is so aggressive there from Angel. There's no way they're going to get past that anytime soon, especially without anyone on Banana just yet.
Yeah, Dreamer is charging up Banana at the moment. He is not the one with the kit. That is NKL. Oh, look at that positioning. That Molotov there. Angel going to duck out of the way. NKL left with 16 HP. Dreamer gets the first frag, but they need to move faster. They need to find 2 frags. Going to try and get the molly down and go for the defuse here. That's pretty much the only choice he has, but Crossfire is going to come in from HellRaisers.
Actually, if James asks, why would they have 1 guy in B? And if any of you guys were watching, you remember the pistol round, actually tweeted us and give us your thoughts on what you think is the strengths and the weaknesses, why they may have chosen that. Because that'd be really interesting to hear what some of you guys think, actually. We can discuss it later.
One quick thing, very quickly, is that when there are 2 quick frags onto the B bomb site, I think people should try and smoke here more often, so it completely closes off the construction area.
Absolutely, yeah. It's devastating, isn't it?
Because that's pretty much ended around if you can get the smoke there.
Yeah, it's the GG smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're back into a horrible situation economically. They're going to go for that pistol armor play. They've got loads of smokes. They've actually got more smokes than they've had on most of their gun rounds. So GPlay going to be able to force a lot of delay, give themselves the ability to go for some rotations. But so far, HellRaisers have been really on point with these entry frags. And Angel, once again, at the same tricks as usual, will get taken down by Victor, actually. And Angel was just rolling with the CZ there himself, actually. So that was an interesting choice. Okay, so 1 for 1. 4 versus 4. Decent setup towards quad here for GPlay. They want to commit to get the frags with this kind of a setup.
They need to commit there. Look, there's only 35 seconds remaining on the clock here for HellRaisers. And they don't have enough map control over to the A site to cleanly take control of it. So pretty much B is their only option at this point. And they're still just waiting. You can see GPlay, I think they realize as well they can't really push A with such time left, and they're going to try and rotate towards B, but can they get there in time? The smokes are already down here for the T side. The bomb site is completely clear. Still got to do some checking here, but HellRaisers with their post-plant positions. Now, question is, do the remaining GPlay players save their armor? Looks like they will. Save the armor, save the pistols, save the defuse kit for the next round. Because that had, as soon as that frag came in onto the B bomb site, looking at their positions in the smoke that was already down, looking at CT, that round was already unwinnable.
Yeah, I was going to say this into the next round. Pretty dire straits for GPlay. They just constantly been in this awkward spot and just these awkward positions on the money. This is what I was talking about, and why on this map, it tends to get T-sided when there's just the inability for GPlay on their buy rounds to actually have enough smokes, because then the rotations can be a little brutal. But then that said as well, HellRaisers have been so good on the entries. They've been so fast, and GPlay haven't been able to really delay them at all with the pushes that are coming in from HellRaisers. So another little pause here, and HellRaisers 7-2. They're looking to really take this map dominantly, and it's hard to see from this point how GPlay can finish the first half with anything less than, like, at best case, like a 11-4 kind of scoreline.
Yeah, it's not looking good for GPlay here. Their economy has been pretty broken,
Savaged.
almost the entire half.
Yeah,
Then
absolutely, and that's what happens as well when you lose that pistol round for, with the CTs. And this is another reason why Dust 2, I think Dust 2 can be a similar map in this sense. Dust 2, if the CTs get off to a good economy, where they can get the AWPs going early on, and they can have all the smokes and stuff, and not have to really cut as many corners as you do in this situation when you're constantly low economy, then the map can change. Like we've seen teams like Envious, not able to take like 3 or 4 rounds against teams which you'd say should lose against them on Dust 2, this, that, the other, just because you get in weird economic situations. That said, Envious sometimes screw themselves over because they like to go for these like pressure buys so much that they actually almost force themselves into spots where they have to double eco.
Yeah.
And then it gets even harder because with a situation where the T's will never be ecoing ever again almost, because their money will get to be so good. So yeah, the economy game is always really, really interesting, and it also means you have to take it with a pinch of salt when you have like when someone says, okay, this map is a 10-5 or something like that. You always got to have a bit of a pinch of salt there. So we do have a long pause here. If you want to get some hydration, get some water, do it now.
get some hydration.
Get some hydration.
Where can I order some hydration from, Dan?
You can hey, I have a tip for you. Water and lemon. Get some lemons, squeeze some lemon juice in there, and that's going to aid your digestion. It's awesome. Do it. You too, James.
Me too.
Eat some.
What if you have normal digestion? Is this like a...
That just helps the digestion. I mean, I don't know.
Do you need help
I don't need help.
with your digestion, Dan?
I don't need help.
Because if
but
you do, I'll buy you some lemons right now. I will leave the studio and go and get you some lemons.
Okay, I can hold down the fort until then.
I don't want to. It's cold outside, Dan.
Are there any markets nearby here where one could purchase lemons? Fresh lemons, James. I want fresh lemons. I want grass-fed lemons.
Grass-fed lemons. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this has gone. We're due to resume this match very shortly, guys, and I cannot wait because we're talking about grass-fed lemons.
Oh dear.
Have you ever had Wagyu burger?
No.
No? I would like to visit one of these places where they feed the cows beer and massage them while they listen to opera music. I want to see this myself. There must be a video on YouTube.
I'm sure there is.
Someone link me to some Wagyu cows drinking beer and being massaged.
Do they drink beer?
I'm pretty sure it's beer. Yeah, I think it's beer.
It's so weird. I mean, for example, I can understand that the meat tastes better. Like, for example, because when they slaughter cattle and stuff or whatever, you want it so the animals are not frightened, because then it will release all kinds of chemicals, obviously, because you're frightened and stuff. But happiness, Make it taste better? I don't know. Anyway, alright, so 7-2, back into the match. No more talk of raising cattle.
Farmer George.
So, HellRaisers looking to push Banana, but this time GPlay again with a little bit of aggression on Banana are going to pick up the frag. Double really wants that gun, he really wants this extra kill, and he's going to get it with a 5-7. But he will go down nonetheless, and there's only 2 players now left for GPlay against the 3 of HellRaisers, as they certainly have a very strong opportunity to win this round, close it out, take a bomb site. But they've yet to actually pick up the bomb. They're doing that right now.
Kucha needs to dispose of these guns, but he needs cover to do it because the CTs are sneaking up and he's going to get the frag. No trade here for the T's. Very slow at the bottom of mid, and they're still just creeping along, almost crab walking up there on the radar. But now they're going to be playing for the trades. Oh, but look at that dink straight away. Now they are in trouble. Dozier 50 HP, Flamey all of 14. Flank is coming in, down Banana as well from NKL. Victor finally goes down, so they've got to get this plant in quick. They're going for the fake. Got to be paranoid after last time when NKL got 2 frags, but that delay, he can't really go through the fire. He will be dead. Dozier does get the plant. Now they can try and go into some crossfire positions, but they have absolutely no idea where this final CT is. You saw they had flames in CT, sorry, flames in Banana, flames in construction as well. Now NKL makes himself known. See if he can get another spray down on these 2.
That's actually a really smart incendiary, but it's not going to matter because they're both stacked up behind quad, and they're going to get the frag. But I gotta say, Victor, how on earth did he get so much damage out there? Like it's like just a P2000, just one dude, dude in his P2000.
Well, there was a 5-7 first on Banana, but
oh, that's true. Yeah.
The problem is when you're a T, like whoever it was, they had already started spraying, and it's one thing to just control your spray recoil pattern already, but when they're running around left and right really quickly with a pistol as well, it's a lot harder to find that frag. So we've got aggression again on Banana from the CTs. They got the full buy coming out this time. At least they get a trade. But can they stay alive? No, Angel's going to get their second frag on Banana. Going to leave Bubble to defend the site on his own as the other 2 CTs are currently over to A, covering Apps and Arch. Another frag for HellRaisers. They are slaughtering this buy from GPlay.
Yeah, we're going to see a frag onto Dozier as he makes his way into the A site, but still a man disadvantage here for GPlay. HellRaisers moving the bomb, or actually the bomb is now a little bit static towards the bottom of middle, and it's not Kucha. He's finally bought himself an AWP, and Angel's going to fall back. So I imagine this push is going to come in now.
Instant rotation from Bubble. He was in the right position to get the sound cue there. Oh, and he's going to have a nice welcoming party. Doesn't get a second frag though, and that's the bomb. The bomb's down. Oh, he's finally got there in time. Now, 30 seconds on the clock. This is still doable for Flamey. Can he find the frag though? Indeed he can. So worst case scenario for GPlay. Did great work in the latter stages of that round, but still could not find the W. HellRaisers 9, GPlay 2.
Yeah, I mean, from a tactical sense, it seems like GPlay are a little bit their game is not as well fleshed out because, for example, we're not seeing a lot of use of incendiaries and smokes and flashes to take control of Banana and to win, like give them an edge in these duels that they are taking on Banana. Because you can see they want to aggressively try to get the fights going on Banana, but they're not really helping themselves as much as we see a lot of the top teams do with the grenades. So that's certainly been an edge that HellRaisers have been able to exploit because then they're kind of just naked and just playing for the raw skill battles with these players from HellRaisers, and they're pretty damn good. So you've got to be careful with that. You can see Angel's looking once again just for a sneaky quick opening on the B site, which he's been doing consistently throughout the match, as we have Victor there in close position with the CZ. And they're all on CZs, and just one guy with a 5-7 there. No armor to speak of, but might be just enough. Dreamer going to pick up a quick kill onto Dozier, and that's going to be a gun for him.
And it's caused an instant rotation here from Kucha, just trying to strengthen the forces over towards the Apps area, but there will not be a push from these CTs. They do have 3 CT players over towards A at the moment. Bubble trying to get some information in the Arch area, trying to keep an eye. Oh, he has spotted someone. He's going to retreat back to the site as well, try and get the increased firepower together with his teammates. HellRaisers still creeping, 25 seconds on the clock, and there's no frag here for the T's just yet.
Is Bubble going to do it? Is he going to go through? No, he won't. Doesn't need to, it would seem. But But in comes Angel. Quick entry from him. 3 players left, just with pistols though, but Angel's going to be up against the 5-7, and he's downed as well. So it looks like they're going to pick up a round, James, but...
Picked up 3 AKs as well.
But the problem for me lies in the lack of consistency, or the defense does not seem wholesome.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of jewels, and HellRaisers, they're towards the B bomb site. They haven't been telegraphed. They haven't been throwing in the nades here. We're coming, boys. They're just kind of holding angles, creeping towards the site, waiting for CTs to look for the information of a peek and punishing them for it. So they've been anti-stressing each other in that regard, but it's HellRaisers who have been coming out on top.
Okay, so Bubble is pretty alone here. His teammates have fallen back to the pit and the balcony area, so he's not going to have anyone to crossfire with at the moment on Arch side. It's just re-smoking it and just watching Boiler. So I do fear for him if they do try to challenge him, but it's quite likely they'll smoke his position to isolate him away from his 2 teammates on the quad pit balcony side. And indeed, he's going to get pushed back here with the nades. As HellRaisers slowly start to make their way in now. Dozier looking for an entry there on balcony. And Bubble still waiting patiently. Just one single player to peek, ahead to be found. That's all he wants. HellRaisers are getting pushed back by these counter grenades. Working out much better, but they're going to pick off NKL now. As Dozier is still looking for those angles through balcony. Still looking for that opportunity, and there it is. Going to try to get the trade frag. He's going to execute one more player there towards the library side. Bubble going to be picking up only a single kill. No, sorry, 2 kills from him. Dozier and Angel going down, but there's too many HellRaisers players left over. That's a 10-3 score now for them, as GPlay have a really weird look on the money. They can get the buy-in, but again, not going to be many nades for them.
Adrian showing his aim prowess with that Tech 9. He was causing absolute havoc with it on the B bomb site, and now he's gone to A, just snapping people's heads off with that very powerful pistol. So another pause coming in. We are 2 rounds to the end of the first half here. Bubble has picked up an AWP. This is the first time I think we've seen an AWP on the CT side here. I mean, it's not that many rounds where they've even had a buy. So Angel top fragging at the moment, been doing great entry fragging towards B. 15 kills for him. Flamey not too far behind with 11. I'm quite liking this new HellRaisers lineup with Flamey in there as well. I think he adds a lot of firepower to this team, and I think overall it's a lot more solid than it was. And with Kucha Orping as well, it seems like they have a complete team there.
Yeah, the Kucha Orping thing makes a really, really huge difference just because of his approach to the whole just ethos of Orping. Like he's not simple. Simple is just like a loose cannon, basically. He'll just run around and just do crazy stuff. And he's pretty consistent. He's a great player. But Kucha adds this level of consistency and just something more stable to build the team around. Because Simple kind of is a loose cannon. He kind of goes off and does his own thing. He wants to open up the map.
I think what you're trying to say is that Kucha kind of provides more synergy with the team.
Yes,
with regards to achieving goals, be it map control, opening certain things up, or defense.
Exactly.
Whereas Simple's just like a Tasmanian devil, basically.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the dynamic with how Fnatic works, for example, because this is like a case study of a Simple type player, JW with the AWP. JW works best because he's got because he can essentially be freed by the 4 remaining players, because the way that they have their setups, like they've created the synergy with JW. They've created the way that they can play solidly with that guy's play style. Yep. Whereas HellRaisers couldn't really make it work with Simple before. Whereas Fnatic, they can, if JW is, I guess, more or less expendable in a lot of spots, because they can say, okay, you're not expendable, but we can treat you like that because of the way that our setups work behind you. So you can go for these risks. Tell us what you're going to do. We're going to we know how you play. We're going to set up around what you're doing. But if you die, usually most teams will be like, uh-oh, we lost a guy. He took a risk early on. That's really bad. But Fnatic has Crims. They've got Olafmeister to fall back on. They've got Pronax. They got such a strong lineup to fall back on.
Beasts.
And Flusher there as well.
They've got beasts.
It's
just
really
one by one, they're just opening cages and just beasts are coming out, leaving a trail of slime behind them.
Exactly. And the thing is with JW, when he's actually on, Fnatic just crush. They crush. They do crazy stuff. Like JW, Watch JW on on Cash when he's really on. You'll see him go in with the AWP, and he's just gonna move into like A main and just like clear it out by himself, and then he won't be done there. He won't be done with A main. He'll actually push down straight into like the T side of like behind middle and stuff like that. He'll just push all the way down just with the AWP. It's just by himself, and he makes it work.
Yeah,
he's blown up.
He breaks all the rules, Dan.
Yeah, that's beautiful to see. So love watching JW when he's really on point.
He's a habitual rule breaker.
He is. He's full of shenanigans. So more delays here, unfortunately, guys. We do apologise for that, but we are doing our best here. But James, did you go swimming last night? Did that happen?
No, no.
You said you were going to go swimming though.
I went to buy swimming trunks, but it failed. It didn't work.
Yeah, I was with you.
I went today as well. I went today to like the biggest warehouse in the country for sports stuff, and all they had was like Speedos. I don't know. I don't want to be wearing those kind of. I need board shorts. I'm 6'4", so if I wear like, I have really long legs, so I need to wear long shorts. Otherwise, I look weird.
Fair enough.
I need to order some from Tinternet.
All right. Well, I guess with this kind of a result, we're looking at probably an early shutdown of GPlay on the first map. But things will start getting the next two maps. That's where things get good for them, because we already know that HellRaisers have a bit more trouble on Cash, and we already know that GPlay have drawn recently with HellRaisers on Mirage. So in theory, GPlay should have just a much better opportunity to win the match on the second and third map, which is great for them. So I look forward to seeing how that actually goes, because I don't think we've really gotten to see GPlay. We're still in the first half actually, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But they're not going to have much of a second half to work with.
It's funny that you said they could be shut down like at the beginning of the second half, because that's that's what I was saying could happen on the CT side, but it's happening on the T side.
Yeah.
So looks like you were right this time, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
But I mean, they've never had money, so that's the worst situation that you're.
Got no money right now. GPlay looking like there's guys in Sunday Market where they're just selling like remote controls, but not with any TVs. Just anything they can find.
Look at this. They're doing it again. They're going straight down middle under the cover of Bubbles AWP and some aggressive grenades, but Adren again shutting them down after the opening pick found by the AWPer Bubble. However, it is a 3-on-3 now, and GPlay are kind of all over the place. They've got a guy pushed in apartments. They've got a guy on B, and a guy rotating Bubble with the AWP. He's just rotating back around to CT spawn now through to B. So they think it's going to be a B, but there's still 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the round.
Interestingly, the bomb is moving very passively. I think he was just having a check, actually, as his two teammates are heading towards B, and I don't think the bomb carrier, Adren, is going to want to be too far away from them. So let's see. I believe there's currently... Okay, the smoke has gone. So, look at that angle. Bubble hiding in the shrubbery. He's in a hedge, Dan. He's in a hedge.
Yeah, and with that player push down on apartments in NKL, he's going to be able to basically confirm that it's going to be B. And there's the first shot through the smoke. Bubble picks up Flamey, and now there's just 2 more left to go. There's one, and the third one is found as well by Spy Leader over the top of the coils. He is going to decimate the remainder of HellRaisers as they go 10-4. So there you go. That was definitely a bit better, but the rounds we see them win, I think we saw a crazy round with pistols. We saw them pushing mid and win a round like that. They've won 2 rounds by doing a mid push like that. It's quite rare that you see that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice stuff. There's another nade going down, which is going to do a smidgen of damage. So not much.
Is the first time we've seen a terrible buy on HellRaisers? I think it might be. Like this, yeah. This is a very weird buy indeed. We've seen him with 4 rifles, 1 pistol, but not like this. Nice positioning there by Spy Leader. Going to allow him to get 1 frag. Running out of bullets, though. Cannot finish the second one off. Bring out the pistol. Will take down Flamey. So only Adren and Dozier. But again, Adren is an absolute animal with a Tech 9. More frags straight to the face there onto Victor. 3 versus 2 now. But NKL only 5 HP on the site here. This Dozier is so ready to move in. That Tech 9. If they actually combine and just cause the distractions in the right places, we might just get Dozier picking up quite a bit of damage here. He just needs the players to stop looking his way. But MKL, he's got a really nice angle actually. Very protected there in the back of the site.
Dozier must have heard. Dreamer was just running around and jumping all over the place in the pit area, which must have made Dozier hesitant to emerge. You can see him just in the corner there, just running all over the place, but bouncing around.
Oh, he found himself at one of the AKs as well.
Look at the position of the bomb carrier. Oh, 20 seconds left. There isn't time for him to rotate over towards the B bomb site. Here it is. Can they find him? Oh, he's going to get the frag. That's the bomb down as well. Dozier needs to do this. He needs to do it fast. He's only got 10 seconds. There it is. Plant is going to go down just in time. 3.5 seconds to plant the bomb there. And Bubble is going to pick up a pistol. And I think he's going to try and pick up a... Yeah, he's got the AK. Unbeknownst to him, Dozier only has 9 HP.
There's the M4. And Dozier's got to be perfect with this. Absolutely perfect. No room for mistakes. And there it is! Perfection was what was required. And that is what Dozier delivers with the instant shot, or instant kill, onto his opponent. So 11-4 is the score. And I was afraid for GPlay that it would end up around this scoreline. It's going to be really hard for them. There's no question about that. But we'll have to see what they can pull together on the T side. It's very possible as well that they do have a better T side than their CT. But then, again, I have to remind people that GPlay never got to play CT with a good economy. They never won enough rounds in a row to actually have a good economy. There was one moment where they were close to that, but then they lost the key round, and then HellRaisers just took off.
Yeah, their rounds were sporadic, and HellRaisers definitely enjoyed very nice half there. So, not going to be easy for GPlay. And again, if they lose the pistol, we're looking at 14-4. And if they come back from that, then I don't know what to say. Has happened before, though. Seen HellRaisers with their previous lineup lose a lead from 14 rounds up, a heavy lead. But I do not expect that from this team.
They're going to really have to get that crushing, or deliver those crushing blows to HellRaisers' economy. You always keep them low, but I feel like they play a game that's more consistent. So, well, we are going to see how things transpire now as we're into the pistol. Angel's already looking for an aggression on Banana to see what he can spot early on into the round. So far, it's going to be nothing, as GPlay are taking it very slowly. And Kucha and Adrena, the only players with nades, and Kucha's got a kit as well. 3 Kevlars on this team, Angel with one of them. And he spotted 1 player. You can see how hungry he is for those Angels. Angel's so good at them with a pistol as well, that I do not fault him for that. And that's kind of what we were talking about, the 1B guy before, but they have someone on CT. So
look at this positioning from GPlay. They're just waiting for the CTs to ask a question here. But Kucha's heading over towards the B bomb site at the moment. The first frag is going to come in from Angel. A bit of a duel here towards A. But now we have the 2 Ts flanking as well. But they could get flanked from the library. Daisy's going to do it. They'll take down the bomb carrier as well. Excellent play by him. And there's still a CT in the library area for some crossfire here for HellRaisers. But only NKL and Victor left versus 4. Dozier trying to stop the plant from going down. He hears the flank as well. Victor going to get a flying headshot onto Dozier. And Angel and Kucha to clean things up. Round goes to HellRaisers. And now GPlay are really under the cosh.
So that to me that made a lot more sense about the question before of how GPlay played their CT pistol. HellRaisers did a similar approach, but instead of having 4 on A, they had 1 on CT spawn. Angel was pushing aggressively, and he's a beast with the pistol anyway, but he was so aggressive that he had the time to fall back, and then that player had the time to rotate to help him. So that was a much nicer CT round, I would say. But Angel, once again, potentially looking for a flash over the top here to get a frag if they are to push him, but instead, they're going to go with the middle smoke. Oh, that's a nice nade. Lots of damage done by that one.
Okay, so they're going to have Adrena as a forward man here. Going to swap the rifles over. Angel going to try and bait, but it's going to be too late there. He gets a flash, but his teammate's down. And they have essentially lost the bomb site. He's going to have to try and defend here. Takes down Dreamer as well, but the bomb should be planted in time by Victor, and indeed it is. So 4 versus 3 retake here. Got to favour the CTs. Still no rifles in the hands of GPlay at the moment, but their positions need to be identified. We've got Victor playing the pool area, NKL playing new boxes. He makes himself known. Spidey that gets the first frag onto Dozier. Oh, look at these frags coming in from GPlay. All of a sudden, only Angel's left with 3 angles to cover, and he will fall as well. Somehow, GPlay pulled that one out of the bag with a number of huge frags, and they keep themselves in this.
Yeah, but HellRaisers gonna go for another pause. But yeah, this money for HellRaisers definitely is going to be quite troublesome to work with, because this is the kind of spot where HellRaisers won the pistol, then now their money's been reset. So now they're like really screwed on their economy, and this is the spot that GPlay were in on their CT side. So maybe now they've kind of they've framed the situation. They just have to just keep executing, keep just winning these rounds, and keep HellRaisers on the low economy, and they can actually make it work. But the really crushing blow is if HellRaisers do win a round at some point, and then immediately they lose the one afterwards. That's like how GPlay can get back into this, because then what happens is you might say, oh, we want them to keep having, we want them to keep we want to keep winning rounds and then to keep losing rounds. But actually, like if you have a situation where they win one and then lose one, their economy gets like their bonus gets completely reset. So that means they're having to cut so many corners and play without so many nades, and they have to buy on a lot of rounds where they can't properly buy. So you actually get a stronger chance to win more rounds, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it just stacks the odds against them.
Just makes it awkward. Just makes it just really awkward. But that said, I feel like HellRaisers is going to handle that situation a lot better than GPlay. So we'll have to see. There's nothing more than that, but I have to say I do really enjoy watching HellRaisers play. I really love watching Angel, and Dozy is always a fun one. And if you guys are newer to Counter-Strike or newer to some of these players, I mean, I can definitely recommend Thorian's videos. He does a lot of really good videos. It's actually his birthday today, so he's going to get a 3 birthday plug. But I recommend his videos. He did one on Dozier recently, like a Who is Dozier. He does lots of these Who is videos, and I think it's actually really nice, especially if you want to learn more about a player.
Yeah, I watch almost all of his CS videos.
Yeah, have you seen the Dozier one?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a fan of Dozier ever since that time on Mirage, where he snapped orped somebody who was in the kind of Tetris area with just like you could see like 3 pixels, and he just snapped him. I was like,
just instant fan.
Yeah, I was like,
Instant
wow,
fan.
what the hell just happened?
So
That was a long time ago.
Dozier's a pretty good player, but this match he's actually been completely outshined by the likes of Adren and Angel, who've been kind of been at the forefront of this aggressive force and movements that HellRaisers is showing off on these entries. And Adren's been really good at getting the trades in the right places and so on. So, yeah, generally speaking, HellRaisers, Kucha hasn't really come into play as much because we haven't really, because he's the AWPer and he's not really in the forefront. He's on the T rounds. He wasn't really AWPing that much.
They didn't need it.
That's true. No, they didn't actually. And with some teams, actually, that's super fun to watch too. Because actually, one of the most fun things to watch about this game is how it grows, how it develops, how the meta changes on the really, really top level. And what we actually saw is that originally, theoretically, if you look at it, it's actually really difficult to play AWP entry. That's like really hard, and like you're asking for a disaster. But we start to see the really, really elite AWPers do it because they're so good with the AWP, they can actually pull it off. So you see them entry fragging with just like crawling into the right spots, knowing exactly where the opponents will be, and just getting the super fast shots off. Like JW, Simple, Kenny S, these players are amazing at doing these kinds of plays, and we see a lot of T-sides with that now from the top teams. So that's really fun to watch. Like just them just crawling up and just edging on. You don't know what's gonna happen, and then they pull off an amazing shot. But we didn't see Kucha going for that, and I think that sounds about right. I don't think it's characteristic of how he tends to AWP.
Yeah, even when Adren only had Tech 9, he won almost every duel. Even with the Tech 9, it was pretty damn crazy.
I'm liking the CZ more lately, personally, just from a playing perspective, because it's more accurate, it's more reliable. But because you mostly just play it with, unless you're like really close for a spray, because that's kind of worse now. You just play with the one taps, and that's just I love that. It's fun.
Yeah, but I'm using the CZ on the T side and the 5.7 on the CT side at the moment.
I really like the CZ on pistol rounds.
Yeah.
Because just to run around, because just one shot to the head and dead, right? So I love just running around, just tapping all over the place. It's fun.
Yeah. When we play, Dan and I are currently playing a lot on Faceit during the evenings after casting, and he just wants to kill everyone. He's just he's a Terminator. I'm like, all right, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play B and hold his angle. And he's like, I'm just gonna rush and kill everyone.
It's really funny because I make these videos where I talk about analysis and decision making for 30 minutes in one round. It's like, no, I just want to kill everyone. I will actually play. Just madman.
Basically, he just goes mid on Mirage on his own. It's just like DDK, 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 and I'm just like smoking A or something. It's ridiculous.
But anyway. But that said, it's partially because we're just playing mix. So it's
of course.
So
break time.
Let's take a quick break, guys. Go hydrate. Lemon and water. That's where it's at. Welcome back, guys. the action is soon to begin. We're going to jump back into the game. I think things are kind of fixed for now, so we can get some more rounds played, but let's do it. Let's jump in and let us see what we can accomplish here together. You and me together, James. And
you and I,
the audience. We'll make this happen with our positive energy.
Ebony and Ivory. You're waiting for me. You got to say something.
It's a massacre, James. Massacre down Banana.
It is an eco here from the HellRaisers side. Well, it's a somewhat of a force buy. Let's have a look. So Kuch is keeping his money for the AWP, but other than that, we've got the force buy coming out here for HellRaisers. 2 frags on the Banana side, leaving Dozier to try and find out some information towards A. He could be with a nice angle here, actually, if he looks in a timely fashion towards mid. Indeed he will. Or will he? He has 5 to contest with. Just creep out of the smoke, try and find an angle, but no angle will be found. Finally, Dan, we see a nice, consistent smoke at top mid.
Yeah, blocks everything. No little gap for Dozier to look through, but that one's a little bit deeper. Dozier looking for a way around, but he's not going to find it. So they just want to try to save what they have, or get some exits, get some damage, get some guns off of the hands of these GPlay guys. And
Dozier may as well stay there for exits. And the other 2, well, Kuch has only got a 5-7, but he doesn't have any armor. But he will save as well. If they were fully going for exits, you'd put the other 2 towards CT as well, where all 5 will emerge very quickly. Just Bubble keeping an eye on a potential defuse. But there will not be one. All right. Let's look at the economy now. We may see a full eco now from the remaining CTs. Kucha picking up a smoke, but that's about it.
All right, it'd be cool to see a stack or something from them. Just are they gonna go for it? Almost. Are they? No. I thought they were sending 4 guys down to A actually for the start there, but Angel just stopped moving. But and Dren's actually. Yeah, they're very late to be actually, really late on that timing. So either they were discussing something, or I'm not sure what caused the late timing onto the B site for them there. But it's pretty standard play here. They do actually have 2 players in the apartments with those pistols, so they're going to find some information out about what's happening with GPlay very soon. However, we do have very passive play from GPlay because they are anticipating the pistols. They know the economic state of HellRaisers is terrible in this round, so they are playing against that and just trying to slowly make their way in. So a nade to be tossed there towards B to get some extra damage in. Dozier's down to 28 now, so they are slowly getting some edges here. If the rifle and armor was not already a big enough of an edge, and now NK are going to go in for the entry. Smokes down, nades in for GPlay as HellRaisers have to get the defense going. Angel did pick up the weapon, but he won't get a chance to swap over to that one, as it's just NKL who does go down so far. And HellRaisers can try to get themselves some frags on the board now. Kucha creeps around construction. So looking quite good here for GPlay. Only lost NKL. They shouldn't lose anybody else. They can kind of let the bomb explode, and they've got Banana, so they can they know that route is safe and clear, so they can just go down there. There's actually no reason for them to try and hunt the remaining HellRaisers players actually.
Dozier and Flamey going to save their armor again for the next round. No point losing it for no reason here. Kucha has more or less nothing to lose here that he needs to be too worried about, so he's going to try and find some frags towards the end. Let's take down Spidey there, and I don't think he'll be able to save that 5-7. No, he's going to go flying. That's a new personal best there, flying across the map. For now, I expect we will see the AWP coming out here for Mr. Kucha.
Please, please, yes. All right. Love the AWP on Kucha. He's not got the best timing, the best spawn for either middle or B, so I imagine he'll take a more shallow angle down middle, just very briefly, and then fall back to Crunch. But he's going to get smoked off straight away, so not going to be able to accomplish much there. Now, 2 players were on Arch side originally, and we've got one the rifler switching around as GPlay try to take control of this area. Now, it'd be really nice if HellRaisers, after that smoke goes away, if they actually try to push Banana here, because we have GPlay taking up a nice hold of apartments, and HellRaisers could probably find a favorable engagement in the deeper areas of Banana.
Alright, so significant map control at the moment, and while with those flashes towards the arch area, they've forced the CTs back, so they're going to be less worried about that than they may have been. So that's quite nice actually. They took control over there, forced the CTs back, then moved into the apps and got out of the area should it be contested. But here they are again with the entire team now, and because HellRaisers lack the information because they were forced back. The rotation from B is going to be a long one. Kucha, though, gets the first frag. Is heavily tagged, though, only surviving with 4 HP. That's vision of the bomb as well. Potentially an attempt to rotate towards CT there, as far as the CTs are concerned. You need to identify where the other 2 players are.
And Doza's going to spot 2 there, so they know where everyone is. Just one by Library, one out balcony, and here comes NKL looking for a quick frag, but there it is. We'll pick up Flamey. Doja goes down, and now the spray from NKL is enough to get the bomb planted here. 2-on-2 with 2 players from GPlay, heavily wounded. Dreamer in with a quick headshot onto Angel, and now it rests on the shoulders of Adren. He's going to be making his way very quickly onto the bomb site. No messing around from him. He knows where he is, but the spray's not good enough. NKL gets another quick kill on no health. What a massive round there from him.
Yeah, that was pretty huge. Again, GPlay with good strategy there to take top mid, put people in apps, then re-emerge towards mid as well. You know, force HellRaisers back. HellRaisers lacked the information because they were forced back earlier on, which meant that they had a longer rotation from the B site, but so much damage done by both sides later on in the round. GPlay coming out on top, however, and that's going to put HellRaisers onto an eco. See the CZ onto Flamey. Not a lot else going on. A few P250s, Angel with a smoke and a flash, so may try and go for a counter. You can see he's playing that close position, but I have no doubt that GPlay will check it later on. Also, in a previous round, we saw a nice counter smoke on the B-bomb site. Sorry, 2 rounds ago, but never mind that. With range, Flamey still finds a frag there with a CZ. Angel getting a cheeky smoke frag as well, so that's a significant advantage. Finally, Spy Leader trying to even things up. You can see there's an AK at Victor's feet. He should throw that over the wall, so no CTs get to that later on.
I mean, a player from HellRaisers push deep. It is Kucha, who will be able to make the flank happen. There's 45 seconds left, so it could be that GPlay dilly-dally for another 15 seconds or so before making a move, and that might just be the key amount of time for Kucha to come in on the flank to pick up these kills. He's got to be very precise as he moves in on the back end. Not spotted, they're not looking. Kucha goes for the first tags, but he doesn't get a frag. It's going to be Flamey who's going to pick it up, and Kucha's doing enough of a good job here to actually distract them that they're able to get the frags on the board. And 3 health for NKL, 5 for Spy Leader. This is huge now for HellRaisers. Huge advantage. Now it's just 1 player left. Sprayed down through the smoke from Adren, and the defuse will come in. So yeah, I mean, really nice play tactically speaking from HellRaisers in that round to pick that up, to essentially pick GPlay to pieces as they try to actually get map control.
Yeah, that was really nice there by HellRaisers. Nice flank from Kucha. Gave his team all the information they needed. He didn't manage to get massive frags in mid, but they came out with the round anyway. Saving 2 AKs as well. So lots of important data there for HellRaisers and help with their economy. So I think we have somebody stuck in T-spawn here for the players, which may be why that pause was requested, but the round seems to be continuing here.
Once the round has started, it cannot be stopped. GPlay going to have to do what they can without any key on this one. Good damage done to Dozier. Going to have to fall back towards the pit area there, and GPlay have won themselves apartments in doing so. Just need to win middle as well now, and HellRaisers could really throw a wrench in the mix here if they do actually decide to push Banana or take down Bubble there, as he is looking for that flank. As he needs to buy his team, if HellRaisers do push Banana, he needs to buy them the time to actually take middle here. They already have apartments, just middle to go to really get an effective push onto the A-bomb site. But 2 quick kills from Dozier, who was tagged down to 22 originally, but picks off those frags over there by the pit area into balcony, completely shutting down that push. And this is a disaster now for GPlay. Losing Dreamer as well. Bubble will collect the bomb and get a nice entry to boot. Gonna make his way in now. Flamey there, just tapping away. This engagement is so favorable here for Flamey. Even gets the last one with the USP. NKL, and now the pause is going to come in. So 14-8, and GPlay they've shown some glimmers of success, of hope, but it is kind of being shut down at the moment, and I'm sure that the lag is not really helping either.
No, so you can see NKL was stuck in spawn for most of that round, and when he was finally back in, it was too late to buy, but they did continue the round, and 8-14 it will be. So HellRaisers in money, 2 rounds away from map 1 here in this best of 3, our first best of 3 of the evening. Going to have 2 AKs on their side to make things a little bit more favourable for them, versus the full buy from GPlay. You can see they've got all the nades in the bank, along with everything else, the AKs, all the standard stuff. Early map control here for GPlay. Nothing amazing, nothing controversial. Nothing to write home about. Flamey gonna look for some information. We'll see here the T's running around in the apps area. Mid gonna get re-smoked. But it is early days here in round 23.
Indeed, it is. And HellRaisers, they win this one. It should be pretty easy to just close the rest of the game off here, or rather, sorry, the map, as we get the next smoke in from GPlay. Now they can slowly expand into the arch side as they've left that open. However, there's no AWP here from Kucho, which normally would be the troubling factor of this kind of a push, and they've smoked off in front of Archway as well, so they're able to get themselves into CT spawn. This is going to be quite annoying here for HellRaisers. You on the rotation won't have so much fun, but it's going to be Kucho to take down a quick kill, get a lot of damage in onto Victor. 6 HP left for him, but Dreamer with a double kill is going to open up the bomb site for the plant. Angel and Adren are now in a 2-on-4 situation, and it looks like they don't want any part of this one.
There are 5 smokes down at the same time. That's crazy. Nothing but smoke at the moment. So, playing for exits is what HellRaisers are doing. There's the first one. 3 more to find, but they will be deterred from going that way. So, let's see, Angel is in a position where he could get 1 more at the very least. Try and do as much damage as possible. You can see GPlay will be paranoid about where he might be. There's a second one.
How was that? How was that like a wallbang, that kill? The guy was just in the air. Was
Might be in a corner of the building on the left, I think.
Oh, okay. Like on the last bullet. Okay, so another pause coming in here, guys. We do apologise.
Yeah. Lots of disruption in the matches this week. It's a damn shame.
You know what it's like? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when you're in school and there's that one kid who just demands all the attention of the teacher because he's being so disruptive. And the class can't continue, James. It can't continue until the kid's sent outside. Sent to the principal's office. We can't do that though.
We had issues like that every now and then.
Why was there like a weird pause there?
There were different ways. There were different ways of solving them, Dan. I don't know if we should. I don't know if we should mention them on stream, but yeah, my school was an interesting school.
All right, so okay, 14-9. HellRaisers is very close to closing this one out. However, GPlay with a very explosive performance there. Dreamer with really 2 beautiful entries from balcony onto the bomb site gave GPlay another chance here. They got a good buy. They've got HellRaisers on the ropes, economically speaking. So GPlay, for them, this round is worth 2. And for HellRaisers, this round is worth close to 2. I mean, there's still a bit of money on GPlay. But actually, considering they just won, actually, they're not going to have any money on if they lose this. So yeah, this round for HellRaisers is for the map, more or less. Close enough. So a very important one. And we do get this beautiful play with the incendiaries, with the smoke on Banana to get some deep control. Something we weren't seeing from GPlay. They were not using grenades in this way on their TT defense. This is another one of the reasons why I felt like HellRaisers are going to be having an easier time of things on the CT side. And you can see the struggle for map control at the moment.
Yeah, but they've used their smokes quite early on Banana, and only Dozier has 1 left, and he's playing in pit. So unless he's going to smoke the bottom of Banana from the pit area, I think we may have Adren being forced to retreat soon, and GPlay may have their options opened up once again. 50 seconds on the clock, so still some time for them to go either way. Adren, in fact, just going to steadfastly hold an angle here, and indeed GPlay are coming for him. I think he may have seen something there. Oh, he has got a smoke.
Yeah, this is exactly.
It's not
how
showing
you
on
do it.
his little menu on the right hand side, but there we go.
And this is what we were talking about before. You leave the one player, you can re-smoke, you can delay for the rotation, but his team is not rotating yet. His team is not rotating. Now it comes in. But if they're not moving quickly enough, they are going to find themselves a bomb planted. Their teammate's dead. And that is exactly what's going to happen here. There goes the bomb. And then Kiao sprays him down through the smoke. Angel falls. Good chunk of damage done to Kucha through the smoke as well. 3-on-3 now, as we have a bunch of flashes in the hands of HellRaisers, but that's pretty much all the utility they have to work with at the moment. No smokes, just some flashes. 2 left now as they make their way in. 3 players, all with full health here for GPlay. Some grenades of their own. This delay is really severe at the moment for Dozier at the very least. He's going to have to power through the smoke. He's going to move on to the banana position. Does get eliminated by Dreamer as NKL does work onto the frag there onto Flame. He gets it as well. And the bomb is going to explode. So GPlay winning a crucial round. Kucha will save his gun, but his team is going to be forced to eco here as GPlay actually give themselves a chance in this match now. James, they've constantly looked like they're losing the match for the entire match, but they're hanging in there.
Yeah, that was nice. Spray through the smoke by NKL as well. Obviously, there was a smoke in here, but he could just follow the line of the building to see exactly where he needed to aim to spray the corner should a T be there. So, small detail, but good play by him. Now let's have a quick look at the CT money. They are on the eco once again. Just the AK and armor that Kucha saved from the previous round. Let's have a look at his position and see what he's trying to do. He's trying to hold down B at the moment. Again, Trent's been doing good work so far, but it's Kucha who has the armor, so he will continue with the AK. Doesn't win the duel, however. Got to desperately try and pick up the AK, and indeed Adrenaline will, but can he hold his defense down? He's going to retreat back towards the site. No push yet from the T's. Both teams slowly pressing their advantage as opposed to kind of charging in willy-nilly. In fact, they will just stack everyone towards the A-bomb site. I guess now that GPlay have identified that the AK is or was on B, they will rotate it over to A.
Yeah, this is going to be a nice potential engagement for Dozier. He gets a few free shots, but he doesn't connect with the head, though, unfortunately for him. Flamey have better luck here. Looks like he will. Does take down the bomber. Victor falls to the rather the P2000, sorry. Gets another one as well. Flamey, how does he do this? 3 frags from him. Dreamer now coming into a one-on-one. Angel now below with the AK-47. Does he know he's there? Oh, he barely survives. Angel gunning away at him, but Dreamer left with 5 HP will pick up the rounds. And we have ourselves 11 rounds now for GPlay. They are closing in on HellRaisers, who are a mere 2 away from the victory, but now they can buy. So looks like we're going to have a bit of a break again.
Yeah, NKL with connectivity issues of some description. They think it's DDoS, but I have my reservations because I don't know if you can get DDoS for like a minute and then you can play another round. That's, you know, if you get DDoS and you're not on the internet,
You're done.
You're done. So maybe he's having some internet connections of some other degree. Who knows?
Look at that knife. It's massive.
It's a big knife. It's a big,
it's a big chunky
big
knife.
grizzly knife. I have an M9 bayonet. I ordered it and took 6 weeks to arrive. And I was very pleased. It's pretty cool. I made a post on Reddit. It's on Imager or somewhere.
Nice.
It's a big, chunky grizzly man knife. Or grizzly woman knife. Either or. It's just a grizzly knife, Dan.
Don't have to assign gender now, James.
It's an asexual grizzly knife.
Alright, so I don't know. I can't see how HellRaisers losing this match, can you?
The end of it's going through his finger. Can you see them losing this match?
No, I can't.
Well,
I can't. I mean,
I don't feel like they should. But this round's going to be an important one because now they've got the money to bring out the buy. But they're only 3 rounds ahead of GPlay.
NKL and Dreamer have been like doing really, really remarkable stuff on these entries. It's just, it like seems like HellRaisers are like, if some of these rounds HellRaisers like, okay, everything's going to according to plan. They're getting all the setups and engagements they want. But GPlay are actually just hitting the shots on the entries. They're actually just winning these execution battles, and that's actually what's kept them in this match against HellRaisers, who I feel like are outplaying them generally speaking. But GPlay are winning the Angels in the right spots at the moment, which is really, really nice from them. So yeah, I don't know. it's hard to bet I bet against HellRaisers, who I feel are more consistent at the moment. But this is again a really important one for HellRaisers to win, because we know that actually in theory HellRaisers can very well lose this game. They can absolutely lose this best of 3 against GPlay. It can totally happen, because Cash and Mirage are going to be weaker maps for them against GPlay. So they're going to be stronger maps for GPlay. So GPlay could, in theory, beat them and then play the winner of Copenhagen Walls and Na'Vi. So, which is going to be the next best of 3. And the winner of Copenhagen Walls and Na'Vi, like the 2 winners that will get a chance to qualify by playing against playing each other, and then playing against Flipside afterwards for the qualification to LAN, to join Envy, Titan, NIP, Virtus Pro, and Team Solo Mid. So lots on the line here. If GPlay could actually make that happen somehow, I don't know if they could. If they can best HellRaisers, they can certainly beat Copenhagen Walls or Na'Vi. So, and if they can beat those teams, then a best 3 against Flipside, hey, it could happen.
Who knows?
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see just like Envious, Titan, NIP, Virtus Pro, TSM, GPlay.
That would be quite the wild card, hey?
It would be quite interesting. It would be quite awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see that, because we do need more. We need more awesome teams.
We do.
Give us more awesome teams.
Yes.
That's what I want. But Flipside, they're your team, James.
They're one of my teams.
They're your boys.
I have a bunch of teams.
If you let's say, all right, out of all the teams that exist in Counter-Strike Global Offensive right now across the world, you could go and coach them, be their personal coach, and guide them and help them.
I wouldn't do that. That would be terrible.
Why?
Well, who knows what would happen? They might come last.
But if you could like take the brand and identity and then become part of the team through coaching them and guiding them and helping them, which team would it be?
Take the identity. I don't know, because while Virtus Pro are my favorite team,
you want to leave them well enough alone.
Yeah.
So let them do their thing.
Yeah.
You appreciate them, but you don't want to.
I don't know.
Get involved.
I have no idea. I have no answer to that question, basically. Because that's like a personal question.
It is, yeah.
In terms of identity, like take on their identity.
Because
I have no idea.
It's happened before that, for example, let's say some color commentators. I know this has happened in other games. Some color commentators or analysts or whatever, or people that like basically watch loads of Counter-Strike or have a deep history in it, will say, like a team will approach them and be like, help us become better.
Well, how would you answer the question?
I think because I would answer the question by trying to find the team which I felt like was the best but had the most strategical or tactical weaknesses. The team that could benefit most from a coach.
You're talking identity and stuff. That's the question I'm asking.
True.
All this identity stuff.
Okay. Maybe I should let's cut that out of the equation.
Because we would. Well, that's.
I'm sorry, Jace. I messed it up. Yes.
That's the whole part I was trying to answer and failed, and then you just were like, no, screw this.
Let's cut that out then. How would you answer it if we remove that? Just from a purely like coaching perspective, team that you think that you could have a positive impact on, or
I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I don't think I'm qualified to coach a team.
All right, that's fair enough.
So I can't. Therefore, I can't answer that question.
That's fair enough.
How about you?
What if you were qualified enough to coach a team?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at my skills versus what I think can be brought to the table for the specific team. But since I don't feel like I have those skills, then I can't answer the question.
What does the coach bring to? Okay, we'll return to this later. I'm gonna get an answer out of you.
It's impossible. No, it's impossible.
I'm gonna keep changing the question until I get an answer out of you. All right, we're back into the match. All right, because I can actually answer that question. But anyway, nice opening kill there from Victor. Dozier goes down. And Flamey, he's going to have a lot of pressure here towards quad, but they're all charging through balcony. If only someone came through quad right now. There it is, Dreamer finally punishing Flamey for that defense. And they do make their way through. And now it's just Angel left. This is brutal here. HellRaisers have just one man standing between them and the round being won by GPlay. And that's going to go to GPlay. NKL picks up the last kill. And
ooh, there's a last chance to win if HellRaisers if they eco one round.
But how did they get to this point? How did this happen? HellRaisers looking so good for so long. Now finally, right at the end, right at the last like 100-meter sprint of the race, GPlay have turned on the boosters.
Someone got knifed, I think. No, maybe not.
Okay, so just the pistols, the FAMAS that Angel has, and the kits. What can they do with it? They've got a pretty standard setup at the moment. One flash on Angel. Where is Angel? Angel is over by apartments, I believe. Number 9. Oh no, he is right there. Okay, so looking to pop flash over coils. Flamey already with a quick kill though. And we are going to see now that GPlay can slowly make their way into a push as they've effectively decided that, alright, we've seen enough. Time is getting pretty low. Let's get the push into the B-bomb site. Being able to take down a Dren. The trade does come in from Angel though. He's now used up his flash, but he's on the edge of the smoke. Might just get a... Oh, that could have been a double there, but Angel does get taken out by NKL. Good response from him. And now just 3 players left for HellRaisers. Dreamer's going to deal with those here. Okay, and here we go. The remainder of HellRaisers here. Sitting next to that bomb. It's going to explode very soon now. Flamey, last man standing, is going to get taken out. Alright, so 14 to 13, going to see that buy. And okay, what top team do you think would benefit the most from a coach? That's the new question.
Okay, I would, going back to a previous question, I would coach GGWP so they put names on their guns which are not broken English.
Okay, alright, that's fair. I respect that. Okay, 13 to 14. GPlay in a good position to take HellRaisers, take this map away from HellRaisers, take it out of their clutches, as HellRaisers have now bought. They've got the AWP on Kucha. They've got smoke grenades on everybody. Still haven't used the smoke grenade yet, which is good. They are holding on to those smokes to use them as late as physically possible. GPlay need to pressure them to actually force out some of these smokes here, because if HellRaisers are able to save those smokes for another 10-15 seconds before they even throw their first ones, GPlay are going to be put into a position where they're going to have to push through smokes. And they're going to be against the clock.
Yep, and that could be the difference between taking this map to overtime, potentially, or losing it. So Kucha is with the AWP. He's in the library at the moment. And GPlay emerging towards the B bomb site. But look at the aggression here from HellRaisers. They've got the smoke down that you commonly see from ninjas in pajamas. That nade is not going to do anything. Now, there is a smoke on a Dren, so he can... They're gradually going further and further into the site. And there's the more passive smoke, but GPlay, you're going to push anyway. 20 seconds remaining. They've got no time to wait. They're going to get both frags onto the B bomb site. This is horrible. This is really bad for HellRaisers, and you can see they're not even going to try. Dreamer is in a position that we saw Dozier holding on the T side of HellRaisers, trying to stop these flanks from coming in. Dozier is looking for his counterpart here on the other side. Not going to find the right angle. Now we need to keep an eye on Dreamer to see if he can find them eventually. I don't think anybody is watching apps at the moment, and that's going to be the punish. Flamey falls. 2 remaining now. Kucha with the AWP though. I don't know how many kills he's got with an AWP this entire match so far. There's one. And there's another one. And there's almost a third.
Okay, so 14 to 14. GPlay in that last round actually played by not forcing out smokes earlier. They put themselves in a really disadvantaged position, but they managed to still get the entries. And the HellRaisers didn't manage to execute properly on a team that had to rush through smokes. And I think that they just were being too reactive and not proactive enough. If you see like Envious in that kind of a spot, they're going to get all the kills every time. And so HellRaisers playing it right, but still not getting the W there on that round. And GPlay, if they take a similar approach here, they're going to find themselves in a similar spot. So we'll have to see. HellRaisers is going a bit more aggressively on Banana this time around, though. In the last round, they were much more passive. So the cost is you run out of smokes earlier, but you force the hand of the T's a bit more, and you get you're able to get rotations in a bit more with a bit more time.
See that angle that Adren was initially using was just a little crack between the pillars there, so it gives him lots of cover from gunfire, but also allows him to easily dance around those pillars should a grenade come in. So that will force the retreat there. But GPlay look to be heading towards the A-bomb site at the moment. That nade going into the quad area is going to leave Dren Actually, no, he's on the B bomb site, so that was, I think, Flamey there with 75 HP, but here we go. Potential wrap, or they may be selling the fake there to stop the rotation from the CTs. They're going to be stretched around. Kucha's going to find the first frag. He gets Spy Leader as well, so good start here from HellRaisers, and they are up against the pressure. Nice crossfire there between Pit and the site. 2 frags there for Flamey. Only Dreamer remains. He's got 1 frag. Oh, great shot onto Kucha. He wants to take down Dozier as well. He's going to find him. There isn't enough health on Dozier, and now he has a split second to try and plant this bomb before the second rotation comes in from B. That's another frag. Is he looking at an ace here?
Oh, I don't think he's going to have the time, but he might just get the ace. Just barely, no. He's not going to get that indeed. Adren will spot him. So almost a huge effort, but he did remove so much economy from HellRaisers that... Oh, how much money do they really have? I hate when the money gets delayed. Okay, well, they're okay. It did help because they're not on as many nades as they could be. See Angel and Flammy with nothing. Nades. And that's really been their saving grace in the last few rounds, is having the ability to afford every grenade. So lacking the smokes. First time we're going to see this. This will help GPlay out massively. Because the thing is, GPlay have been terrible at actually baiting out grenades from HellRaisers. That's been one thing that they could improve.
That was an interesting dynamic towards the end, the way he didn't have time to get the plant because of the constant stream of CTs holding him up. But he did massive economical damage to their side as well.
I'm surprised Kucha got those shots in library. That was crazy.
Yeah,
really crazy.
That was really, really nice. Not a split second to be wasted there.
Like re-peeking through the smoke and everything. Just crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. Clutch moments there from Kucha. But now it's time for HellRaisers to defend. They had 3 people on B just a few seconds ago. Now we have Kucha rotating back towards A as the nades come in towards B. So there is a creep through the smoke at the moment. It is NKL, but Adren's got the angle. Trade coming in from Spy Leader. The bomb is still top mid though. Only Spy Leader is over towards the B bomb site, and he has caused the rotation from Kucha. Gets a frag onto Angel as well. Now, are we going to see a rotation back towards B? Doesn't seem so just yet. There are 2 people holding down the quad area of A. Dozier finding a frag onto Bubble. Bomb is going to get planted, and only Victor is left. He falls as well, and that is game 1 to HellRaisers.
Wow, they made that one. They made that one a nail biter. Massive props to Dreamer just for being a badass because it wasn't just that round where he just showed just incredible displays, just killing player after player after player. But in a lot of the rounds, he was able to get these key entries and able to actually open up the bomb site, where his teammates weren't able to get the entries or their positioning was terrible, something like that. He was saving them. It felt like HellRaisers played a better Inferno, but just like the individual skill in some of these moments was just huge
from both teams, I'd say.
GPlay,
because again, let's not forget the early parts of that map where Angel was getting huge frags on B, Adren was getting huge frags with just a Tech 9. You know, I think there was a great contribution from both sides to bring it to a close 16-14 there.
So lots of delays, lots of pauses, but we did get the map finished. And now we're going to move on to Cash between HellRaisers and GPlay. And HellRaisers recently lost a Cash game to Mouse Sports. And I don't think it was all that close either. So it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, this was the choice of GPlay. So they clearly are going to go into this feeling really good, and probably like they are at an advantage as well. So guys, we'll take a quick break whilst we set that map up here. You are watching Star Series Season 12 here on Faceit TV. I'm DK, this is James, and we'll see you right after the break.